I'm Matt Titcomb from Peak InfoSec and Authorized C3PAO, and we're interrupting your day with breaking news from as the CMMC churns. So the breaking news is the Cyber AB has allowed Authorized C3PAOs like Peak InfoSec to conduct NIST 800-171 assessments. We're already doing that anyway, and issue formal letters of attestation. Cool. But what does that really mean? Well, let's kind of go back and understand all the other related assessment methods. The first one is your self-assessment. So this is required for you, an OSC, whenever it submits its Supplier Performance Risk System score in accordance with the DoD assessment methodology. Again, that's that 110 to negative 203. That's considered a basic assessment, and fundamentally that has the least credibility in the ecosystem. There's also at no cost for this. So this is a great way if you're just getting started and you need to become eligible to do DoD contracts, this is for you. Now, the new one is the NIST SP 800-171 attestation. Related to this, you'll see below the green box there, the Cyber AB required disclaimer. Primarily, fundamentally, this all is going to come down to, this is great for marketing and business development, but it's not going to help you win contracts from DoD's point of view. So we as a C3PAO, we're bound by 800-171 and NIST SP 800-171 alpha for this type of effort. So we're not using the CMMC documentation. We're going back to the original root stuff. We also cannot use or reference CMMC in this. It doesn't exist yet. That's legalese coming from DoD, who blessed us being able to do that. They're putting boundaries on some of this because, yeah, they're afraid this might grow and go crazy. So there's no reciprocity from DoD for this, for SPRS or anything you can submit formally in your contracting actions. If we were to do an 800-171 attestation and you were bidding, I would still submit it. Doesn't hurt. Likewise, there's no reciprocity from the Cyber AB to convey any form of CMMC certification in a future date. Now, this basically does bring us to the last point. There's a caveat emptor. This may require the OSC, anybody whose business we would certify or any other C3PAO, to fully recertify when CMMC goes into effect. Again, there's benefits if we were doing this and we were within some period and we could validate there's no changes to your architecture, etc. It would definitely fast track you on a CMMC. But if you change companies, you're kind of probably going to have to start over. That's something we'll figure out amongst us within C3PAOs as for what level of acceptance we've got within this, but it's kind of, yeah, pretty much because of Cyber's requirements, there's no advanced standing. We're pretty much going to have to be, if it's not done by us, not going to accept it from anywhere else. So just be warned about that. There are warnings on this, and even though we've advocated for it, there are issues with being able to do this as it's specified today. Now, CMMC, which is why we're fundamentally all here, still does not exist yet. We're pending finalization of the rule, likely to actually occur in 2024, but in reality, it probably, because of the delays and everything else, will not really go into effect until fiscal year 25 or 1 October 2024. Again, this is all tied to contracting actions in reality. It's only new contracts. So, yeah, plan fiscal year 25. There is reciprocity and acceptance by DoD with this. Again, you got to pay for everybody's time and effort. This one is fully available to the DoD system, except for international companies. There are some restrictions on that due to national level restrictions. Some nations will not allow us as Peak InfoSec, a U.S. company, to come in and certify a business in a different country. Others don't care. So there may be constraints on that. And then reality is this also demonstrates your compliance to DoD and participate in DoD contracts. That's the major difference here. Also available today is the Joint Voluntary Surveillance Assessments. This is basically, we audit you with DIBCAC as our shadow, and we're really doing the work, and DIBCAC's issuing the certification. And as a result of that, what happens is it results, if you pass, in a DIBCAC high certification in SPRS. So again, yours is considered a basic, there's a medium, and there's a high. Now that high is the highest credibility because it was done by DoD. It's kind of where I think a CMMC is going to come in as a medium, in all honesty. But, this is available right now on a limited time basis in limited availability to this time period between now and when CMMC goes into effect. And DoD lawyers, you notice lawyers are playing a lot in this issue, are restricting this to only companies that are primes on DoD contracts or they're listed on the teaming contract. So if your company's not listed on that DoD contract, you cannot play in the JVSA land. Again, this is awesome. This is your best bet if you want to demonstrate compliance to grow your business. Now, let's kind of sum up through this. Again, breaking news with DoD's blessing. The Cyber AB is allowing us to conduct 800-171 assessments, and we can issue letters of attestation for your business's compliance. Now, if you're interested in doing this, and if you want to really grow your business, because this is a really great business growth strategy, really 800-171 attestations are best for U.S. DIB companies down the supply chain and international DIB businesses where there are not national restrictions right now. Managed security and service providers, and even some CSPs would actually benefit from 800-171 attestation. Now, the joint voluntary surveillance assessments, those are really best targeted if you are a DIB company that's, again, that prime or an active teaming contract member with DoD. Otherwise, DoD is not interested and they legally can't. And eventually one day CMMC for everybody when it comes out and with whatever constraints it puts. Now, Peak InfoSec, we can support all of your methods for your business to demonstrate compliance. So this concludes today's breaking news flash from As the CMMC Churns. And next time we'll return to normal programming with controlling the conversation with your assessor. Again, thanks for joining us for As the CMMC Churns. I'm Matt Titcomb from Peak InfoSec, and we'll see you next time.